Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 37. It is Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. We are ending November and running headlong into December. How did that happen? I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel, as I do at the beginning of every video and will do into perpetuity. I want to send love, hugs, and kisses to my husband Stan for writing and performing the intro song you just heard. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, welcome. I'm glad you found me. I hope you like what you see and that you will subscribe, like, ring the bell, share, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. For my returning subscribers and viewers, hi! It's so good to see you all again. I can honestly say that I miss you over those 2 weeks, and I get so excited when I have exciting things happen, and I just want to tell you all about it. So you guys know I love you. I am so grateful for all the love and wonderful comments you send my way, and I love our conversations and our sharing. It means the world to me. So let's see, where are we going to go today? I actually have a lot of stuff that I'm going to show you and share with you. I had two pieces of business that I would like to address. I did have another viewer mention that there were quite a few ads in her particular video. Now, as you guys all know, I do not monetize. I have no intention of monetizing in the hopes of keeping as many ads as I can off of my FlossTube channel. But what I am suspecting is that every 2 months, 3 months, someone gets bombarded with ads, because it seems to be a real sporadic concern that I'll get from a viewer that they just saw a lot more ads than they were used to. I don't think it's anything that I have any control over. I've heard other FlossTubers talk about it. So I just want you guys to be aware, and always make me aware if you think that there is just some kind of change or something going on. And I will always do my best to try to limit those pesky ads. So I wanted to bring that up. And then shame on me for not just taking a moment to do what I'm going to do right now. I have had several of you ask me the particulars of what I mean when I say 2 threads a day. And so I just brought a little demonstration. This is how I keep all of my threads. They're usually on a ring for each project. And when I say 1 to 2 threads a day, I mean that, and I pre-pulled this. You can loop this around, and I always remember Laura Duet of Brenda and the Cereal Starter said one of the keys is not to pull that knot too hard, that you can just pull a thread out. And I can't do it without my glasses, so I did pull one off. So when I say 1 thread a day, I have pulled 1 thread off of the floss drop. 1 thread. Now that could be 2 threads if you were, or 1 thread looped, if you are working with 2 threads over how many linen threads or 8 squares that you're doing. And I will put 1 to 2 of these in every morning when I start stitching. So I hope that clears that up for you, and I will try to to demonstrate that every now and then, because it is confusing what I mean when I say that. So I wanted to get that out of the way. The next thing I wanted to talk about is just a little of what's been going on here. We had a quiet Thanksgiving, and as I mentioned, but my granddaughter, who lives back east in the DC area, she did come out for a visit. And as I talk, I'm going to be I'll throw, some pictures through. Molly is just a sweet, lovely young lady that Stan and I really enjoy spending time with. She is Diane's youngest child, and she loves to cook. And she particularly loves to cook for people as a way of, just joining together. And she made us a lovely dinner of pecan-crusted salmon and sweet potatoes, roasted sweet potatoes and onions. And she made this lovely quinoa salad. And we got to all be together, Molly, Diane, Stan, and I. And it meant the world to me. And then we also got to decorate our Christmas tree. I did get Stan to put the Christmas tree out after Thanksgiving, and it was just such a thrill to have Molly here to put the ornaments, help me put the ornaments on the tree, which, as I have unashamedly said, I can pretty much decorate my house for Christmas in about an hour. But as you can see back there, I have my Dobo with and Dancer and my Santas, and I just couldn't put Ira up. So he's out there too. He wanted to enjoy the Christmas holiday. So that was a wonderful time that we had together. Molly also spent some time in the Bay Area with Eva and Vince and David, and so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I have 5, is it 5? Let me open my book because I'm going to have to. I have 6 shares for you guys today, and they are all incredible. So I want to start talking about those, and as you know, I will run the pictures of the pieces as I'm talking about them. I adore and love the way you guys are sending me your finished pieces to share, because it is another wonderful way to have inspiration on my FlossTube channel. And I love you all for taking the time to photograph and send those to me so that I can share with all of you. So the first one is from Deborah, and Deborah finished Seasons of the Heart Winter. This was in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. It was the Winter 2021. She stitched it on a 32 eucalyptus with the called for DMC. And of course, as all of you know, I do have my hashtag Stitch Smalls from PNPS. And I encourage you guys to keep up with that because it's ongoing. We get 4 magazines a year, and there's just incredible choices to stitch in those. So thank you, Deborah, for sending that and inspiring us all. My next one is from Brenda, and this is her fully finished Elizabeth Isles by the Scarlet Letter. As many of you may remember, it is one that I have finished. It was the stitch along for Laura Duet's 60th birthday. That's Laura of Brenda and the Serial Starter. And Brenda stitched this on 40 count Dusty Road by Seraphim, and she used the called for Versoix silks. And it was framed by L&M Framing, who also framed my Elizabeth Isles, and they do beautiful work. They are based in Ohio, and they will take mailed pieces and finish those and send them back to you. So I encourage you to check them out if you're looking for framers. My third person is Jennifer. Jennifer sent 5 gorgeous pieces, and I'm going to list them, and I think I will remember to put them up in the right order. But her first one was New Doors by Ink Circles. The second one was Bigfoot in Spring by Sam Bree Stitches. As you all know, Becca has jumped full in the designing world, and we're all enjoying her charts. The third one is the Betsy Ross Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. The fourth one is Blueberry Homecoming by Marilyn Levitt M. Bloom. I'm not as familiar with that name. And then her last one was So She Did, and that is by Lori Holt. So those are just incredible shares to let you all see today and be inspired by. The fourth piece is from Margot, and it is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. And she also did it on Indora, which is what I am working, using the fabric that I'm using for my Away We Ride. And it is a beautiful frame, a beautiful fully finished piece. So that is Away We Ride, and that's from Margot. My fifth piece is from Sandra, and she had two gorgeous pieces. Yuletide Welcome by Plum Street Samplers, and she stitched this on a 36 count piece of vintage, Lakeside vintage buttercream, and she used all the called for flosses. Her second piece is the 12 Days of Christmas by Satsuma Street, which was stitched on a 28 count even weave in the color Antique White with the called for DMCs. So there's some holiday inspiration for you. And the last piece, I did not know about this, but it is from Linda, and it's called May Peace Abide. And it is from Beth of Heartstring Samplery. It is a free pattern. She has just asked that we continue to think about peace and concentrate on love, peace, kindness, and what we can do to keep that going in the world. And so I thought that was very appropriate stitch for what is going on in the world. So I will just put my plug in for love and peace here. So those are my shares, and I want to thank all of you ladies for taking the time to send those in, and I love to share those things with you all. So now next, we've got two fully finished objects, and we affectionately call those FFOs, and I'm really happy about both of them. And the first one is I did a fully finish on Merry Christmas by Crow's Feet Stitchery. I put just some red that I thought kind of matched the red on the front. I used Lady Dot Chenille in the color Toast. I'm hoping that they'll take a picture. I have filmed it. I have filled it with a combination of polyfill and lizard litter. So that is, you guys know I was really happy to have this finished. I'm really happy to have it fully finished, and it will go in my Dobo back there. So yay to Merry Christmas. Okay, and then my next fully finished is, I know a lot of you saw it on Instagram, and up close, it's not the best, but it is done. As Annie, the proper stitcher, said, I would rather have a finished object than a perfect one. And this was one that I have really had to push myself to start doing. I did watch Nicola's video on stitching, lacing, and framing. I have also watched Theresa, Kitten Stitcher. I have watched Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. There are many, and they're out there, and they're excellent. But this is my framed piece of Eliza's French Birds by JVW. There we go. I actually got the idea for this frame. Annie, again, of the proper stitcher, did stitch hers in a similar, did frame hers in a different shape frame, but I think it was similar colors. I got 3 of these frames for $15 on Amazon. So I'm just thrilled to death. And this sits on my bedside table. I just think it's so feminine and so beautiful. Judy, thank you for the lovely chart. And now I've just got to continue to make myself do this, right? So that I just don't ever see myself stitching, lacing something really big. But there are certainly a lot of medium-sized projects I can continue to try and have something fully finished. So that is Eliza's French birds. So I was really, when I got that in the frame, I just wanted to share so bad, and so I did put that up on Instagram because I was just really excited. So those are my fully finished. I had some ornaments that I wanted to show you that I don't think I ever really individually showed last year, but they were fully finished by Faye Rigsby several years ago. And so I just want to take a minute and show those to you. So this was, I'm pretty sure these are Prairie Schooler. I don't remember, but there's the back. And so they're just very small. And I had the poinsettia, and that is also from a Prairie Schooler. And I'm pretty sure this is a pine needle. Oh, I'm not going to remember the name. I'll put it under here. But Faye does an incredible finishing. Got the cording. And then she also did this. This was probably the first Santa by Prairie Schooler that I had ever done. So I have two trees. I have the one tree in the living room that is all done with beads, beaded ornaments, beaded snowflakes that I made myself. Over the years, I accumulated quite a few. And then we have a second tree in the dining area, and that's going to be my cross-stitch tree. So those are some previous finishes that I've done, but I also wanted to show the beautiful finishing that Faye Rigsby does. So I also have a finish that is not a fully finish, but it is done, and I am so happy to share with you guys. And it is Ursula's Sampler. Oh, take it in, take it in. This is stitched on 36 count, just the ticket by Tabby Cat. I use the tulip silk, and it has very special memories because it was my first retreat, which was Sampler Symposium in 2023. So I finished this in less than a year. I did finish the last 2 rows using my 1 to 2 threads a day since you've seen it last. But the special memories, I adore Jean Lee. I think she is, as I have called her, the benevolent queen of the attic. And this is filled with thoughts of her and our friendship, and how grateful I feel to have her in my life. So, Ursula's Sampler. So there it is. So I'm really happy to get to share that with you guys. So that is, I think I did iron it for you. Oh dear, dear. But I'm gonna have to fold it up to have some room to work here with my whips. As you can see from my planner, there's been a lot of stitching on a lot of things on a lot of days, and primarily I do have a smalls exchange, and I am working very diligently to finish that piece, which has been taking up a little of my time, because you guys might be a little shocked that at the number of whips, it's a little smaller than normal. But I'm ready to share them with you. So let's jump into that. I'm gonna get my laundry baskets where they are easily accessible, and here we go. So I put this one on top because I need some help. I was stitching on Anne Campon by Hands Across the Sea. This is probably not available as yet because it was given to us at Sampler Symposium last year, or this year in January. And she and I, we almost fell out of love. We've gone back and forth, and here's my problem. There is going to be a lot of 1/1 right here. I am, as you all know, I have shared with you that I am pushing myself to do that, but I kept looking at all of that, and I thought, I just don't think I would enjoy that much. And so I thought about leaving it out and moving this up, and I just like challenging myself. So I decided not to do that. So this is being stitched right, let me give you those particulars. It's a 36 count wood smoke by Tabby Cat, and I'm using the called for soitages, which are the black, cream, and pink. So this is what I have done so far. And this is these are the things where I'm trying to show you guys that I am pushing myself. So my question for you is going to be this. This bottom one, it is using the soitage full crosses. And I just think it looks kind of plumpy and not distinct. So I came up and I did one with a half stitch, and I think that's here, just the 10th stitch. It didn't do anything for me either. So then I started thinking, if I really had a thinner floss, because I did this R and I was fairly happy with that one with just regular sewing thread, which was really thin. So guys, can you help me know what I could buy that would be black, that would be thin, that would make me feel that my my 1/1 is lying a little bit better than with the soitage that I'm using? So that's my big question to all of you guys, and I look forward to all of your help, because I don't want to say I'm not going to do something because there's 1/1 in it. I can pick a chart, and I don't have to pick charts with 1/1, and often I won't. But when I have it, and it was a part of a beautiful symposium that I went to, and learning all the history from Nicola, I want to make myself do it. So I look forward to hearing from all of you as far as what your suggestions for me would be. Okay. My next whip is, oh, you know what I didn't do? Wait, we have to back up. I'm so sorry. I didn't show you guys my new starts. I know that they're kind of whips, but I do like to break them out differently. So we're going to take a little pause from the laundry basket, and we'll jump into my new starts. So you guys knew this one was coming, because, oh my gosh, I told you last week, as soon as I saw it, I just went crazy. It's beautiful. Theresa knocked this one out of the park. So I am going to stitch this. This is out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, this year's, the 2023 issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And I'm stitching this on 36 count pewter by Color and Cotton. And I'm using most of the called for over-dyed flosses. I think if I could pull like Garden Gate was called for, so I have pulled the Vicky Clayton silk in Garden Gate, and I'm using that. So if I could substitute that way so that I can use some of those beautiful silks, I did, but that's kind of the color palette. I want to make sure you can see that red there. And this is what I've done so far. So it's Merry Little Christmas, and that's going to say, have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So this is going to be fiddly up here. There's a lot of little confettis, but we're going to get it done. So that is Merry Little Christmas by Kitten Stitcher Theresa Vanette in the Punch Needle and Brenda Stitcher magazine. Winter Christmas 2023. So that was one new start I had, and I think I pretty much started it right after I filmed that last FlossTube. So my next new start was my Thanksgiving new start, and I've jumped on the bandwagon with several. I know Carolyn, Carolyn of the Curious Stitchers, Carolyn and Anna. Carolyn has finished hers and just showed that in her most recent FlossTube, so I encourage you guys to go over and take a look at it. But it is indeed the Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom by Not Forgotten Farms. And this is, I'm using all the called for, where's my, oh, I don't see it. But I'm using the called for DMC. You can see those here. And I am stitching it on a 36 count Barb's Blend by R&R Reproductions. And this is my start on that. So not a huge start. And even with not a huge start, I managed to have dangling threads. But I'm really looking forward to working on this. It was, I think, Roberta of the Sable Stitchers. This was her birthday start in November. And there's several people stitching on it right now, as well as many that have completely finished it. So that's the Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom, and that is my small start on that. And then my third new start was Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. I had, I think I'd purchased this a couple of years ago, and I think I purchased it at the same time I did Ruskin's Penguins, which I have finished. And I am stitching this on a 36 count Exceptional Eleanor by Those Missing Stitches. So that's a new dyer, and I encourage you guys to check her fabrics out, and you'll see how beautiful this is. And I'm using the called for Roxy Floss Co. And it's in Cheeky and Dark Sage. And those are those colors right there. So this is my I'm trying to, there's my start. Yeah. So I'm slowly trying to work around the outside border because I want to get to that bird. But isn't that gorgeous fabric? So that is Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. With Roxy Floss Co. Floss. Okay, so sorry, I kind of jumped around there, but those are my new starts, which are, I guess, the newest addition to my whips. And I'm gonna move those out of the way and we can jump back into the whips. Okay, so this whip is the Prairie School Santa 1993 right here. And this is book number 204, Santa's Revisited number 3. I'm stitching this on 36 count Murky with the called for DMC, and this is what I have done so far. So I'm getting close. I still have a couple of poinsettias to stitch, but I just love the way the white pops, and that's actually an ecru. So that is Santa 1993 by Prairie Schooler. Okay, my next piece is my focus piece, which is Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. As you guys know, when I showed you last time, I changed the colors on the dog to look like Chester. And that is the young me with my red hair. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Grape Harvest by XU Design with all the called for overdyed floss and DMC. So I have one line of the quote, which is from a poem someone pointed out to me, and I need to take the time to go and read the poem. I worked on this side. I got this piece all the way up. I am working on the second lantern. I think that's what I've done since you've seen it last. So that is Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. Look at the finished lantern on this side. I mean, it practically glows. It's just, Janine is a master. So I'm kind of hoping maybe to see a finish on this year before the year is out. It will be very close. So that is Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. The next one is Mary 395, and she's so lonely. She lived in the project bag with Ursilia, and so she's now alone. So you know what we have to do to fix that, right? This is Mary 395 by Hands Across the Sea. I am stitching this on 36 count Antique Ivory Edinburgh, and I'm using Gloriana poinsettia primarily, and there is some hollyberry in there as well. And I think I had taken it all the way across the bottom because that's kind of the way I'm working, and then I started working up. So that area right there is the far right corner, lower far right corner. And so I took it up. I want to make sure that all my edges are even, and then I will back up here a little and try to show all of it as I can. I do have to lift it, but I certainly feel that I am on the right end of this as far as getting it finished as well. And I have loved every stitch. So that is Mary 395 by Hands Across the Sea. And we need to find her a new red sampler companion so she won't feel alone. The next one I worked on was, and I'm doing a lot of Christmas pieces because this is season. And that is a Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. I planned to put my mother's initials there because her name was Eva Rose. I am stitching this on a 36 count Ren by Picture This Plus, and I am using all the called for overdyed threads. And so what I got done was both deer and the Christmas tree, and finished the bird. So now that is symmetrically finished. It's not a big piece. I did work on the border over here a little bit. So that's Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. I have been stitching me some Blackbird Designs, and if I'm not stitching it, I'm kitting it up. I don't know what's gotten over me. Okay, and then another Christmas piece is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I am stitching this on a 36 count piece of eucalyptus with the called for DMC. And this is where I am. I've gotten a lot more done on the bottom of the sled. Oh boy, we have some tanglers. Let me pull those out. Okay, up, and then I put the first row in the bottom of the Christmas tree. He has boots now. His pole is going all the way to the ground. And I love it. I can't wait to do the stuff in the sled. So that's, and of course that cardinal it just takes my breath away every time I see it. So that is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I don't think it's something realistically I will get to see a finish on for this Christmas, but I'm gonna keep plugging away. So my next piece is my hashtag, well, actually I have a couple, but for Stitch Smalls from PNPS, and that is Seasons of the Heart Summer, which I know that would be hard for some of you to do at this season, but it is by The Blue Flower, and it was in the 2021 summer. 2021 summer. I'm stitching it on 36 count colored and cotton sandcastle, and I'm using mostly the called for DMC. I have substituted maybe a silk or two here and there, and this is where I am now. So I have been working in this area right here. I cannot wait to have that heart done. Pull those up. But I've got the kitty cat started, which you can see the bottom, and it'll come in up there. And the bee skep is started, but I think I had done that when I saw you last time. So it is beautiful, and I love them, and I will get it finished. And then I'll start the others. So that is Seasons of the Heart Summer. And this is living in my Joyful Stitching project bag, which, and it has the little notions pouch. And this was one a long time ago. Look at the puppies that I won from Sherry, the Colorado cross stitcher. And it is a beautiful bag. It's impeccably made. The stitching is gorgeous. So that is my Seasons of the Heart. And then we did have a 24th as well as a Thanksgiving. And so I did pick up a Feast of Friendship, which sort of epitomizes Thanksgiving, by Blackbird Designs. And I am stitching this on 36 count vellum by Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for overdyed floss, and I started this under the hashtag Leanne's Legacy, which was started by Barb of Lost in Floss to celebrate Leanne. And I try to pick it up every 24th And this one is really, I'm so sorry guys, it's really dangly thread heavy, but it's just the way I work. And so as you can see, I have done more on the roof in the house. I did some stitching way over here in the in this bowl, and I just love it. I've also been working on this cartouche to take that all the way over, because the Feast of Friendship is in one of the blues, and I love the blues. And I love this vellum. I love that by Picture This Plus. Carol, Saltbox Stitcher, which we all know and adore, she gave a little, maybe it's a well-known fact to you guys, but it certainly wasn't to me, that Picture This Plus only uses one-word names for their fabric. And when you think about it, that's true. So, and I really appreciated you, Carol, sharing that with us, because I love to know little things like that. And Feast of Friendship lives in my project bag made by Anna of the Curious Crafters. This is, again, how I tag them with the little photograph and put it on the outside of the bag. So, yeah, one word for Picture This Plus. Oaken, earthen, vellum, wren, it just goes on and on, right? So then this got picked up several days since I've seen you last, because of hashtag The Attic Loves GGR. And you guys all know I am working on the Red Deer Sampler. Let's get that chart out. I am so close to having this one done, and then I can move over here. I know, the deer's not finished yet. I know. But I like to go over and put a thread in, or, you know, as I can. No rush. And he's okay. So, Red Deer Sampler by GGR. I am stitching this on 36 count XU Designs 1001 Nights, and I am using the Vicki Clayton silks. As you can see, with all the threads, they mark the spot. This is the flowers that I've almost completely finished. I did another flower in the border. I came over and did this flower and finished it. And the deer got a couple of red threads. So that is, we're having a little sun come in. Sorry about that. That is Red Deer Sampler. And it's getting love for hashtag The Attic Loves GGR. And hasn't it been glorious seeing all the pieces that people are working on other FlossTubes, on Instagram. It's wonderful. And then my last piece it's a day to share pandemic. I did actually work on it this morning, and I will work on it when I get through. And this is the picture. This is by Long Dog Samplers. And I am stitching this on a 36 count Lugana in the color Platinum, and I am using black 310 DMC. And as you can see, it's again very hard to show, but you can see the area that I have been working in, which is down here. And this is it in its entirety. Come back. When you get caught up in just concentrating on the area where you're working and just looking at that in Pattern Keeper, and then you actually pull it back and look at it, you just go, I couldn't have done that. Don't we have a glorious habit, a glorious craft? I mean, with the threads and the fabrics and the designers, and oh gosh, we're so lucky. So that is Pandemic, and that is, I know it's not as many whips as you would normally see from me, but because of a couple of the hashtags, Black Sampler November and The Attic Loves GGR, I did do try to give those a little more love than I normally do. I don't have any haul. I did pick up this pattern, and I do want to promote it for you. It is it's One Kind Word, and it's by Beth. Be More Creative. I will put the information down below. She designed this to make us aware of anti-bullying. And one kind word can change someone's entire day. And you know, I think our community has a wonderful ability to give kind words to each other. We need to stay on top of that and continue it. And Beth, thank you for this chart and for bringing bullying, to the forefront as an issue that we all need to be aware of. So I will put the information down below if any of you would like to go and get that and have that to stitch. It doesn't look like it would be take a long time to stitch, and I think it is open to all kind of interpretation. I've really been thinking about how I would like to do it. So that was really all the new stuff. Now I did want to talk about a hashtag, and what did I put in that? I felt like I'm feeling like I forgot something, but hashtag my pretty bird Sal by Karen of KBH Stitches, and I started. Oh, I know, it was red berries because the bird is there. And when I showed a picture on Instagram of my start, I included that under the hashtag Pretty Bird Sal. And so I know a lot of people are doing a lot of stitching with birds. So I just wanted to bring that up. So it's hashtag Pretty Bird Sal. I know Karen is working on Eddie and Patsy by Maximum Cross Stitch, which I am itching to start, but saving my money because I really do want the Roxy Floss Co. conversion for that. I think that is what I had written down that I wanted to discuss with you guys. So, if you liked what you saw and you are new to my FlossTube channel, I hope you will like, subscribe, ring the bell, share, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. I want to address one thing. I know I have been a little slow in getting back to all the comments, but this is just a fact. It's not any patting myself on the back. Unless something got really lost since I started this FlossTube channel, I have answered every comment that has been made. And I do it because I love it, and I love our communication. I love all the things that we share with each other. I love that I know I have all of your guys' support and love through everything that's happened. And so I just want to remind everybody there's still lots of people in our community and in the world that still needs a lot of those prayers and good thoughts and good vibes. And for goodness sake, let's continue trying to show the world what kindness can do, and the support that we give each other. It will continue to grow and be, like I said, that rock that you throw in a pond and you just see the circles go out and out and out. And I think we have that ability to continue to touch people. I also want to just continue to mention that the holidays can be very hard for many of us. And so just be aware and keep those people in your thoughts. And if you know them personally, whatever you can do to help them get through this time, if it is particularly hard for them. Let's not forget that. So I think I have covered everything that's on the table. So I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you from the absolute bottom of my heart. So until we meet again, bye-bye.
Boop, boop, boo, do, 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 do. Brrree. Yay!
Whoa!